Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. This is my warm-up run for the day. We will random all into parts and hope that we get a fun run. Doesn't have to be easy, it doesn't have to be hard, but if it was fun, I would enjoy that. And oh, look at this, Pyre of Dominion on a banished Underlegion. Okay, it's Talos, so we have the Valor on all units card, and we have mushroom spawning, and we have squad leader, and we have spawning pods. So we have lots of mushroom potential on this run. I kind of like it. We have melee weakness on Seraph, lifesteal on the Cherub, pushing on Archeon. Annoying melee weakness because the melee weakness Seraph means we're gonna have sweepers, including the 7.5 and the 7x250. Those are problematic. Hopefully we will find some way around those. Valor adds more attack or deal damage to the attacker equal to this unit's health shield. I mean, on a mushroom stack, that could go hard. Are we gonna add 2 of these though? Do we want 2 shields? Probably not. Do we want 2 songbirds? Probably not. We probably only want 1, but we can add 1 later. I think right now I'd rather add the shield. Deal damage and decay all units. All units includes your own, unfortunately. But dude, grow room, propagate 1, fantastic. I think we'll take that. Then we get 2 banner units times 2. So Sword Maiden could allow us to draw equipment, and you gain Valor as anyone on the floor gains equipment. Avenger is a really nice way of reflecting damage, but if we have spawning pods and a lot of mushrooms, we don't need him. I think I'll take Sword Maiden on this one, and oh my god, Revenge Decay is insanely good. Yeah, I mean, I love Revenge Decay. Rally Decay is also nice to be able to put it on all enemy units as opposed to only the attacker. But Prickly Puffball is still good enough to kill weak units that hit him. So you can put him down on 2 floors and then build up a big floor with Talos. I kind of like that. Spore Launcher is better for the rally build, but I'm just gonna take the Puffball. Then, this isn't gonna come up that often. I think I'll just take the deployment energy. We can take more expensive units. And every turn, oh, have we done both forms of Talos? Let's see. We've done all 3 forms. Resolve is Valor 6, or Celebrate gives stats permanently. I think I'm gonna go for the permanent stats. Because if a lot of our damage is being mushrooms, then maybe we can just kind of keep our units alive and then scale all of them every turn, permanently. Let's see. Hey, username in chat says, that reminds me I've still been nowhere near phase 3 in the Rebel flagship even when I dropped to easy for unlocking new ships. I never knew how much I hated boarding drones until I encountered them. Look, FTL's a hard game, but also I'm so happy that you're playing it still because it is a fun game and I love it. Okay, so we want, ideally, we want to keep Talos alive to buff everything before too many of our units die, because we want to scale them with her Celebrate. I think we'll play a Puffball at the bottom just to weaken the enemies. I will play a Talos. I will equip you, I think, because we have it in hand. Although we could equip this guy and he's gonna be doing a lot of damage. equipment is attached to any ally of this unit. Does that mean on a different floor? Let's see. No, it has to be on that floor. It does say any ally. It doesn't say any ally on this floor. So how was I supposed to know? Honestly, I'm just going to put out... I'm gonna put you out here just to make sure that you can kill the collector. That's my thinking. Now, energy is a little bit problematic. Oh, I should have put a puffball in front of here and then had Talos fly to the floor. That would have been so much better. Yeah. Well, let's put the shield up. I'll take 1 damage temporarily. Propagate will also work on Valor, which is nice. Everything's dead. I guess let's get the grow room out. I need to get the mushroom stacks out. This is not really going as well as I would have liked. I'm kind of misplaying a couple of things here. Really wanted to maybe make one of you guys live, but I think I need to actually, yeah, make sure that we're scaling the damage here. And you're dead! That's beautiful. In this case, what we should do is, do you think that spawning fun guy will actually kill you in time to keep a unit alive? I'll take 1 pyre damage. It does not, okay. It actually keeps the enemy alive because he's wasting his turns not gaining decay. Right, okay, well, you know what? It doesn't matter. Just accept that these 2 units are not gonna scale on Celebrate, but we did apply 99 damage worth of decay on the final turn there, so I'm not too upset about that. I'm gonna skip for now. Loam Coat is, okay, well, I'm not gonna say we won, but it is real good. Probably Merchant of Steel, as I tend to do. Quick and Titanite. Titanite is insanely good for this. What? I've never seen that guy before. On rally, you get extra draw next turn, the Death-Capped Prophet. So you play him, you play a bunch of other units, and then you get insane draw on turn 2, and then every time you spawn, you get more draw after that. That seems real interesting, but I still think maybe the Inoki might be better, because the health and the regen will keep units scaling for a long time. And that'll help us a lot when we start dealing with melee weakness. It'll keep them healed, hopefully. So I am really thinking that's the play. But the Prophet is real interesting too. I just don't think we need the draw. Unless we can really thin out the deck and make everything super cheap and super playable, then we can get tons of draws super easily, which is possible. It's definitely possible, but I still think I want the regen and the HP. You play the Inoki. Well, she's a 2 capacity unit, he is a 1 capacity unit, but you play the Inoki, you play your spawning pods, you get a bunch of mushrooms. They're really big, they're really tanky, they have more health. It functions as a extra HP for them. I'm sorry, Death-Capped Prophet. I have to do this. I have to do this. And then Titanite on a Puffball. Let's give you some more HP as well. Let's give a... I don't think we need like direct damage additions on anyone. Even quick, we don't have like a sweeper or anything. I think that's a skip for now. But we do have one really big unit that I like. Hey, Chris, welcome. How are you doing today? How is your Wednesday treating you? So I don't really care if Prickly Puffball doesn't survive. His job is to tank. And then we can Inoki, Squad Leader, Sword Maiden. Talos can fly down there herself, so we can just kind of play her up here, it doesn't matter. We can play and they have a little bit of regen stacking up. We can play maybe the shield down here just to make sure that he's doing even more reflected damage. And then let's get another puffball out, because why not? The one at the top's not really going to be doing that much, but that's okay. You come down. Get regen up on everybody. I want him out early. I think that's the mistake I've been making. I need the mushroom boy to get out there and start doing damage. Now, unfortunately, I have to kill you, which means spawning pods. But I can at least keep propagating every turn. Everything down here is getting hurt pretty nicely. I don't really have to do too much. The run kind of works on autopilot at this point, but I might as well play the Sword Maiden. Still can't play the Loam Coat, but you know, that's fine. I need to get more mushrooms out there because they are taking damage. The boss is dead and the puffball is living. What the hell? He's so strong. Like, okay, that actually just gave him more health. That's fantastic. I didn't know that's how that worked. I don't know how he's doing so well, but my lord. He would have been a good target too for dualism, but we can maybe put dualism on the other one. I can't believe one unit is basically killing every wave. One puffball is enough to apparently murder everything. That's so good. Okay, Divinity is a card that I'm gonna want. Rising Rage means we could build up one big floor, but I still think I want this. Infectory means we could build a bunch of troop on the floor of the big mushroom man, but I don't think we want this because they're gonna stop the units from hitting him. I think what we want is maybe even another Loam Coat. Like, I know it's insane, but it's so good. Arms, health, banished unit, Merchant of Steel. I think we're gonna need unit upgrades at some point. I think we go that route. But you know what? We could deploy, we don't need to deploy anything. We have sword mains. They can draw equipment. We don't need to deploy a room. We don't need to make the arms cheaper. I think we go Merchant of Steel. One pip in Endlessness. Sword Maiden and Fledgling. We're not really shifting, and he's not attacking often. That might be a skip. The one pip though, I do like that on maybe a puffball, maybe even make the puffball endless. That way if he ever dies, he just comes back. We can even give him more health, so he's a little bit tankier. And then maybe instead of Smidge Stone, which I'm not really a fan of, we'll just reroll. Maybe we can get a lucky upgrade. And I mean, we kind of did. It would have been nice to actually put another Titanite, but maybe a multi-strike is a little bit more up our alley here. If she gains Valor every time we equip someone, then the Sword Maiden having multi-strike makes the most sense. So I will take that. It's the Richard Garfield event. Dun 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 dun. This freaking guy. I literally do not know what to do with this because I don't want to put units in the box. I like my units being played where they are. I don't really want to put spells in the box. I could put challenge, and spawning pods in the box and then purge the box, and that purges 3 spells out of the deck. And then we'd be really looking at a pseudo infinite run. We just need to add like a couple of specific cards to make it infinite. The large mystery box is nice. Getting random cards every turn is probably more beneficial, but then we'll never be able to go infinite. But like, I don't really care about 2 challenges in the deck. They don't really do anything. I don't do that much physical damage. It's mostly right now decay and equipment and valor block and regen. Like, the challenge doesn't really fit. You gotta gild the spell box at some point. Yeah, I guess I could add it to the deck and it's not bad. Like, put a challenge, put a spawning pod in the box, and then I just have it. It's a good point. We don't have to play it, or we could play it if we want the spells back. Either way. Yeah, another Richard Garfield event. Take a drink, everybody, take a drink. Now, this might be a little annoying with the pushback. We will find a way to deal with it. I think we want... I think we just want to do the same thing. Although we might be able to kill him with decay, funnily enough, because the endless one could just be resummoned on a different floor if it ends up dying. Where do I want to play? Do I want to play in the bottom? I mean, if we put a puffball out there and then also start putting our units down, that would be nice. I would have to, weirdly enough, I would have to use the box to get my advances out, because it's the only thing I have in the deck that advances. But you know what? Talos can also tank the knockback from the boss every time he's on the floor with our units. She might die, though. She doesn't have the most HP. Oh, but she'll get regen, probably. Okay, you know, I like this. So it's gonna be, I think, Puffball? Puffball. Noki, Talos, Sword Maiden, Squad Leader, and then we definitely want a shield out like we have 2 loam coats and 2 of these shields. Put 1 down on you. Now you're here. I'm gonna move out of the way. You probably do grow room. And you might just take the 2 pyre damage in order to get out another shield. Let's get those in the deck. Everything's dying, which is really funny, but I guess they are taking 71 damage from hitting this guy once, so understandable. I really do want the other shield out, but maybe we just accept dumping the pyre damage. And this is perfect. If you hit a mushroom, I don't really care. Propagate 1 at the end of every turn. We should probably get that out. We don't really have much to propagate on the bottom floor, but we'll have some at some point. You knocking back, it doesn't really matter. I do want Loam Coat. I also do want to pull the fun guy forward at some point so that they can be in a better position. I also want Divinity out at some point because we can start scaling block on the puffballs. I think we'll start Loam Coat. That's going to be important. And then I think we will just get a Sword Maiden out. If she's up there, if she blocks the knockback hit from Archeon, I'm totally fine with that. She did. Perfect. And that's a beautiful turn right there. The melee weakness is basically nothing, but we also block the new knockback that we're going to have. Although, honestly, for this turn, I think we just fly forward. Because now she'll block the knockback, and we'll keep the mushroom at the front. Down here, I think you just put another shield out. Like, just keep blocking the damage from these guys. I'll just melee weakness you. We're gonna probably kill the boss on the bottom floor. So Fire Wolf, thank you for the ka-ka. How you doing today? Ka-ka, thank you very kindly. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome and thank you for the subscription. We've killed the boss with nothing but prickly puffballs. This is the best unit. We're gonna get plus celebration stats on everybody. Like, you can't kill a mushroom ball. It's the puffball, but Evergrowth on a friendly unit, sap and regen. I do love Evergrowth. I don't think we need flight as much, although we could fly like a puffball onto the same floor as everything else, and then they start tanking all the damage. Okay, that's actually really good. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Avenger, Cluster, Colonel, Squad Leader. I can't believe we've not gilded Squad Leader. Are you kidding me? But you have to take Cluster. We have a ton of energy. I don't think we need more energy, but I will admit, to be able to play all of these units on the same floor would be nice with the energy that we have. Maybe we just want to go capacity, that way we can fill up one big floor. Draw might be nice. Energy, actually, to play the equipment would be nice. We have expensive equipment. Yeah, you know, that might be the way to do it. Unfortunately, the Artificer, our Sword Maiden, she doesn't draw equipment for free. You still have to pay for the equipment, so being able to play it earlier would be really nice with Hell's Flame. I mean, if we take that, it basically pays for Cluster Colonel, who we're gonna want on the same floor as Anoki and the Squad Leader, and then Sword Maiden would go on another floor behind another mushroom ball. Dude, that's totally fine. Let's go energy. So Firewolf says, I'm getting sucked into a little game called World of Warcraft. Why? How? Those are the questions that I have for you. How are you getting sucked in? What made you decide, you know what I want to do? Play World of Warcraft, possibly again. We don't really have spells that we want to upgrade. Divinity cheaper, spawning pods not consume, intrinsic tome, and freezing permabox. I don't even have anything I want to hold over. But we do get maybe a room card. We get money, so we can do a few upgrades. I might be able to buy one trinket. There's an alcove. You know, you never know what you're gonna get from the alcove. Let's go to the alcove. I want to see what we get. Endless and on summon gain random equipment with a couple of followers built in. The followers don't matter, but adding random equipment to, you know, this puffball, why not? It makes him endless too, which I'm a really big fan of. And if he gets good equipment on spawn, then we can just let him sit there. On turn start, spawn one on each floor per 20 cards in your deck. I've never seen this relic before. Free summons? But oh, you know what? If our deck goes below 20, we won't get any. But still, spawn one every turn. I kind of like it because it means that we can play Loamcoat without needing to play a spawning pods. Getting the first spawn has actually been kind of tough. This solves the problem. Now there's going to be a mushroom on the beginning, on the front of the bottom floor, but that's not that problematic. Talos will keep buffing units. Enemy units multi-strike is totally fine. Ideally, if we put the shield out there, they'll just die when they hit once anyways, and if they multi-strike, they'll take more damage. This might just be beneficial for us. It's the only Monster Train streamer who doesn't have XX of 180 in their title. You know, it's fair. There are a lot. It would be nice for you to keep track, huh? So you get Slay Reanimate. That's pretty good. But we have other things to do. Like Anoki, Squad Leader, Cluster Colonel. Cluster Colonel is a good way of getting dudes out faster, admittedly. Sword Maiden. Do I want her on the bottom? I don't think so. She gets a Loam Coat, which I could play. In fact, playing it here on the Prickly Puffball, he might be able to literally solo the entire floor. He'll lose Reanimate, but he'll gain Regen, and he already has Titanite. That seems like a really, really powerful move, honestly. Or I could put out another Puffball and just give him the Loam Coat. But he doesn't have the Titanite ability, which is unfortunate. I still think you'd do it. And maybe we'll just give the Loam Coat to you in the back, and then we can give the one in the front the, I was gonna say the shield, but we don't even need to do that. So I want you to be down here. Oh, dude, the followers getting the benefit of celebration is yes, that's what I want. I just realized. Okay. I like it. I like it. Let's put out a grow room. Here, this is the important floor. Let's put the grow room out there. They die so fast. And we did get a Slay trigger at some point. I guess he does attack, so he did get a Slay trigger. Now, why are you only taking 33? Should you not? Oh, because we didn't put the shield out there. Of course, of course, of course. It's a Loam Coat. Dump it. I will give a unit flight. And I mean, I think we'll give flight to you. Which means I can put you down on this floor. And now you're gonna start getting the buffs. I'm not even gonna play small gift box. The sound effects are broken. Infinite cannon fodder. I do like it. Free fun guys. I mean, I don't need to do anything for the collector. I need to play the follower so he gets stronger. Might as well dump this. I think that this prickly puffball will die. And if he dies, he dies. It's not that problematic. If one of my units doesn't get the celebrate buff, that's okay. But look at the regen we're getting on that middle floor here. Him dying would be for the best. He will run out of reanimate at some point. I mean, if I give you Valor, it's not enough to completely counteract the corruption. So you probably just ignore it. Or you put the Valor here on her. Yeah, maybe you just put a shield out here. It'll give her Valor too. We do want the Sword Maiden out. Let's get her out because I need her to celebrate. Let's shield up on you. We have just infinity regen on that floor. Nothing is gonna make it past the massive fun guy troop, which we're not really even building up that much. Oh, he's gonna die. It's the perfect time for his death. And we're stacking up so much corrupt. Well, we're stacking up a lot of decay. It's not so much. It's just a bunch. Now you're taking 156 damage. What would happen if I played a puffball? Now you're dead. Now the puff, you got a good equipment there, a little meat shield. The puffball will not survive. One of them will. I don't think there's a way of keeping him alive, though. Spawning pods won't really do it. No, not even close. Advanced and melee weakness doesn't even come close. So I think you just chill. Well, you know what? If they're dying, why not help? It's not enough to keep Prickly Puffball alive. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. He would have died anyways, but we might as well come down here. One of our units did not get the celebration buff. That's okay. Enchant, grant, trample. Valor gives +1 attack per stack. On strike, apply Valor to all friendly units. It's a really good piece of equipment. I don't know if we're really going to be using it that much, but even if we don't use it now, it'll be really good for the Titan fight. Spawn 3, apply armor. Apply sap to enemy units at the end of combat. Mushroom is real solid. Yeah, I like that. Fun Guy's real nice too, though. Restart run since you didn't get it. Oh, he'll be fine. There will just always be one puffball that's slightly worse than the other now. But he does have that nice crown. And our followers, hey, they now do damage, and look at that. They're a really good unit to buff now, because they will get stats regardless, just if they survive. So Fun Guy's tempting. I do like the mushroom, though, for the sap. It feels like we don't really need it, because we are stacking up enough mushrooms, thanks to the cluster kernel now, that the mushroom stack is just getting too large. It doesn't matter how much damage the enemies would do. So a Fun Guy would give us more mushrooms, but then what do we care about them having armor? If you sap the enemies or give the mushrooms armor, those are effectively the same thing, right? So I might as well take the mushroom. That way it's a cheaper passive effect, I think. Artificer gain Valor 16 with Dualism could be good, but I think just another multi-strike would be better. +1 energy, but -3 deployment energy. We don't need that. We'll take Winged Steel for draw. Duplication. I might be duplicating a follower in a second here. Give me a minute. I think the Sword Maiden getting another multi-strike is completely acceptable. I could add it to a follower, but I think I want the Sword Maiden to get it because she's drawn on turn 1. Dualism, more regen. I mean, we ended the last fight with like 50 regen. I don't think we need more. Dare I say it, I think you re-roll, because if we re-roll, maybe we can get some nice upgrades for the followers. Yeah, I mean, a large stone is a pretty solid upgrade for a follower. And then, well, what if we just, like, give them some cheap ones? What if we just give them all these? You take this one. You take this one. You take this one. I like that. Let's purge dude, I don't even know what to purge. The deck is looking mighty nice. I might even be able to fly him down to the floor with everyone else. But even if I don't, he's still a freaking great unit. So what do we duplicate? We don't really need more puffballs. We don't really need another artificer. Another flight might be nice. We have to dupe something. I'm gonna dupe the Everlasting Light Staff, even though I haven't even played it yet. They restore health when they move up a floor. That's not gonna be too tough. It's not all health, it's 150 health, but that's also not gonna be too tough. So, Incanting does 1 damage. I would say that's a bit of a whiff, but it's totally fine. I do want the Sword Maiden out, I want the Squad Leader out, I want the Cluster Colonel out. Sword Maiden can just float down there. You know, I might just give you the shield. Honestly. Just say, you know what, we didn't get what we wanted. Put another puffball out there. Why not? Double Loam Coat, that's pretty solid. And then you definitely need to fly down. I think we'll start. Do you want to start growing? I mean, you could Loam Coat something else. Like you could Loam Coat a Prickly Shroom. You could Loam Coat this guy, but then we're not killing anything because I need them to hit the shield. Advance Apply Melee Weakness won't work as well as we want it to work. I think instead of the Loam Coat, you just Grow Room. I could Loam Coat this guy, but like, what do I care? You get some Valor, but I think you literally just set the Propagate on the middle floor, as sad as it is. Now, Sap works really well here if we can get that book. I can't play both of my followers, unfortunately, because I have a mushroom here. Good point. Should have paid attention to that. You know what? I totally can do this. You fly down here. Play a follower. Play a follower. Give you some sick equipment. I feel like having this here is also nice, but we put it here, maybe we can gain a little bit of Valor. It's not going to be that much. It's completely unnecessary. Let's just give it up here. Get more Valor stacks. Because it'll get propagated, it'll get replicated to everyone else. Should have put her a little bit more in the front too. I will adjust that momentarily. Might as well give you another shield. Floor looks like it's going just fine. Just fine. And now that we're gaining Valor and armor on the fun guy, there's no way that they can die, pretty much. Okay, that's where I want you guys to be. I guess I do want the Sword Maiden out, but there's literally no room for her, unfortunately, so rip. She might not be played, and therefore she might not get buffed. I think Capacity will be the next upgrade. I still can't play her. Well, you know, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, you're healing by 40. I don't need... we're not taking any damage. What do? Grow Room and end turn. I love the Mushroom Clan. And I love it because you can easily just have a run that's automatic. You get to a point where you're just playing the cards that you're drawing. And that's exactly what's happening here. We're just playing the cards that we have. That's it. Now, I do wish that I could stop you from killing my units, and then I could therefore get them buffed. What do you think would happen if I bring Talos and the Sword Maiden down? I mean, dude, she could tank. She has 37 regen. He's only doing 19 damage. Is that literally like this just wins it? End turn. I mean, with 37 regen, he can't kill her. So, sure, why not? You know, that's a good point. Maybe we should have one puffball on that middle floor, get it buffed up with regen, and then just move it down, because that's absurd. God, I love the Mushroom Clan. It's so good. It's so overpowered. Maybe that's why I love it. Valor is more damage. Trample. We just don't need the birds. Spawn 1, spawn more. Deal damage and decay to all units. Spawn 1, spawn more. Wait. Spawn 1 for every 10 cards, spawn more. Spawn 1 for each consume card. Okay. Similar but different. I think this is a skip though. Like, I don't want to hit my own units. We don't need to spawn more mushrooms. We have enough. It's a little funky, but I think it's definitely just a skip there. Now, Merchant of Magic. Now I wouldn't mind trying to get Tome Intrinsic and things like Divinity to be a little bit cheaper. I also like the cash. No, that's a definite skip there. Spell Chain is good too. I mean, if we Spell Chain the box, we get those garbage spells again, which is real funny. Not what we want, but funny. I mean, a quick burst of Divinity is not bad. But Flight on 2 units is also really nice. You know what we could do? We can send the prickly dudes up and down and keep them moving to the middle floor and then moving back out of the middle floor to keep them growing their regen stacks. Even though they're endless and it doesn't matter, that's one way of getting around that. But I guess if they're endless, then it doesn't matter. Spell Chain Divinity for Valor 20. That's pretty good. I think I can get with that. Excuse me. That's too good though. I can't pass that up. And this is exactly what I want. We get 2 of those now for free. Remove Consume on Divinity is also completely acceptable. Spawning Pods is next, but I suppose I could just make that one cheaper and not worry about it too much. Man, we have like no spells in our deck. It's mostly just units and rooms. You know what? Oh, maybe I should have left that in the deck. I don't want it. I don't want to see it. I don't play those spells to get out. And then everything else we play. I guess I should have kept it so that we could have like leveled it up, but I just don't care. Now this one, it might be tough because we do want to stop the boss from getting any attack buff. We'll have to figure that one out though. I don't know. Permanent buff on Slay, whatever. Let's get you out. Let's play this immediately. Let's get the other puffball out. And the other Sword Maiden can just chill for a second. We're gonna get 2 different flights. So we can fly you. And move you down. And move you down. And then I think we wanna fly maybe this puffball. We can make him loam-coated and then move him to the front on Relentless so that he's the de facto tank for a while. Or move him up here so he can act as the tank, and then move him down later. Because now he'll get regen passively. So we can loam coat, oh, and we have grow room. Okay, what do we do? What do we do? We're not getting hit for much. I do have a double divinity as well. So if we give the divinity here, that's a lot of damage, but also just a lot of health every turn on armor. Keeps him going a little bit longer, which is acceptable. Should have moved you at the front, that's my bad. That's okay, we will live. Let's loam coat, because that propagation will affect everyone. I don't need more damage down here, but is there a reason not to play the follower? Or we just don't need it. Might as well play him up here. And then for the shield, it's probably better that we... How are you dying? Oh, decay. It's probably better that we put the shield up anyways. Right? Nah, you know, maybe we just grow room. Oh, 8 regen per turn is a lot there. He is hitting real hard now. Real damn hard. Okay, you're a free unit. We definitely want a loam coat on something. If we loam coat here, we get a little bit of extra valor on the maiden. We could still put out the shield here. There is equipment I could draw. 2 things that I could draw. But I think... I just want to loam coat you. Keep you healing even more, and then let's shield up on... Maybe you. Just so that we can have more valor on the shield maiden, who's hitting for 180, it's pretty good. And now we can technically move him down if we want, and he'll still maintain a lot of his regen, the puffball here. We probably don't need to, but it would possibly be a good idea. Spawning pods is cheap. Sword Maiden is draw a equipment, which we don't really need. I mean, actually, now that I think about it, this is our whole deck. 2 energy every turn is gonna be spent on these damn shards, huh? That's interesting. Well, for now, I think we're okay. We are almost completely out of anything else, though. How strange. I can't believe the freaking steak lived! I don't want to draw another card in 3 cards, because we're just going to draw another Vengeful Shard. And Divinity is a really good play now. It's just very cheap and easy Divinity access. Okay, I think let's just give you the Valor. That's not a spell chain. It's just 1 energy. Oh, okay. Should probably give you the shield. If I play 1 more card, I'm gonna draw 1 more card. You know what? Get the Sword Maiden out. This will be really interesting. We now have 4 cards in our deck. We have almost run out of cards to play. Hi, welcome back. So let's play equipment. Play divinity. Play a vengeful shard, which draws divinity, but then we can play the other vengeful shard. You know what we need? A relic that makes vengeful shards free, and then we can play divinity twice in one turn when we get down to a 3-card deck. Our deck right now is literally divinity and 2 shards. What the hell? So, I guess, like, divinity, shard, shard. And if you draw divinity, hey, you can still play it. And now the middle floor looks pretty imposing there. Not the largest mushroom we've ever had, but we're just gonna move everything down when the boss spawns anyways, that way everything will live. I'm thankful that it keeps drawing divinity. Because I don't want to take more Pyre damage if I can avoid it. What a strange floor we have here. You're taking 1,400 damage. You haven't even seen my tank yet. Look at this. There's my tank. Now you're dead. I guess she's gonna be my new tank and gain 136 HP. Isn't there a relic also that's like, every time you draw a vengeful shard, draw another card? That would also be sick. What a strange run. Valor 6 on Slay, enemy units propagate. Add a copy to your discard pile, enemy units propagate. I mean, we could propagate a lot. If we can go to a Merchant of Magic and make it not consume, we can fill our deck with these. Even if we make it consume, if we make it free, it's something else we can play. I don't really have anything to apply to enemy units other than sap once, so on other floors that's going to be a little bit less impressive of a card. But if we sap them on the middle, that'll be nice. I think I just skipped though. Draw energy or capacity. Capacity has not been a problem. We can just fly our units around. Energy is nice to get through the cards, but draw could allow us to... I think we go energy again. What the limiting reagent and what I can play is energy at this point. And it's weird that we're going so deep in the energy play, but I think that is the play. We could upgrade units. I don't think they need upgrades. I think what I'm gonna do is go for the spells. Well, do I have any spells to upgrade? I have spawning pods. We don't need spells. We should go, we could duplicate, but I think we go units and see what the alcove has. Yeah. Get some money out of it too, why not? Okay, these are still really nice upgrades. I mean, dualism on Inoki. I think at this point we have to say that's great. And then another multi-strike on... Another multi-strike on the Inoki, why not? Could do it on the Sword Maiden, but she's gonna be on that floor, we want her to do damage. I'm just gonna buff her up. Let's give the follower some more attack. And now I don't even know, like, what we can fit on anybody. Like, I guess you can have some built-in regen. You kind of are in the front. Out of everyone else, you are, like, in the second position. So, sure. And then give Cluster Colonel a little bit of extra HP. I want them to survive. You know, we are going to have melee weakness to deal with. Upgrade his spell for triple stack. Valor 30, huh? That curse is gonna be so annoying, but we did take energy. Magic power doesn't do anything. Upgraded spell to cost -4, we don't need it. So do I make it Valor 30 for 1 and then have a curse in our deck that makes spells a little bit more expensive? Why not? Who cares? Well, it'll add another piece of garbage to the deck, but we literally have 3 spells in our deck. 2 of them consume, so the only one that's gonna be more expensive is Divinity. So sure, I'll triple stack it. What a strange run. Sure, more Celebrate. Our units are starting to look mighty big, and I love it. 12 ones on each floor. It really shouldn't be that problematic. I see the sweeper. We'll have to be careful with what we play. But like, the 12 ones can't even kill Talos. So Talos and the Shield Maiden will wipe them. There's Noki. And then we wanted Squad Leader, Cluster Colonel, Puffball. 87 with the ring. That's actually like, I can put him in the back. Maybe put this Puffball in the front with a Loam Coat. There's no multi-strikers. It doesn't matter if they take damage immediately or take damage from decay. But I'm going to want Loam Coat for the Mushroom stack. What I'm thinking is if we leave Loam Coat in the deck, we have a better chance of drawing it later, right? Oh, but I can't play the Sword Maiden anywhere else. Okay, well, I guess you just play the Loam Coat. We need to move a unit to play the follower, not the Hollower. I would also still, I think, like the ability to fly a unit. Do we want to fly, like, the big mushroom stack? He's gonna get regen immediately. This mushroom stack, maybe if we pull him up here, get him some stacks of regen, then we can pull him back down. I don't really care. We're gonna want Grow Room. We're gonna want you to fly. I could fly the Follower. I could fly the Follower. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's actually like not a bad idea. You come down immediately, but then this Follower still manages to help us get the kills here. We'll fly him later. Should have put the shield on maybe the champion before they move down, but instead, what if we just put this shield on, like, you? Right, I played the Loam Coat last turn. Don't forget about that. We've already drawn, so this is the rest of our turn. I guess we'll just Grow Room. Put the shield up. It's a little bit of health. Don't play the unit because there's no place for him. We could play him up here. Yeah, we could. Like, why not? We have a card in hand. Let's do it. Move Talos down? The Follower. Move the Follower down here. Play this Follower here for now. He's not gonna die. And we'll just move him in 2 turns. But I like that. So we have Loam Coat, which we do need on Mushroom Stack. Anyone who's multi-strike gets the Valor equipment. sap room, honestly, we don't really need it. We could spawning pod or divinity for Valor 30. I mean, you're gonna regen your way out of this, probably. Ah, but the Valor goes a long way, doesn't it? And you're healing 21. Let's put it on you, that way you heal all the damage that you ever take. Because again, I'm trying to make it so that the puffballs kill the boss. I'll play that. It's a little early to have the divinity get worse. We can probably bring the champion down. We can probably move you back. And you forward, because they have the sticks. Let's play a shard to avoid damage. A divinity to apply more valor. You have valor 44. That's a lot of valor. Keep it going. Yeah, we'll dump a spawning pod too. That follower is starting to get mighty tough. 53 regen. Good lord. Mushroom. Vengeful, vengeful. I think we just give you even more divinity. I kind of want to move her down to the front so that she gets 100 armor for the upcoming boss fight. She'll be able to like solo the boss on her own. And now we're drawing our entire deck every time. So divinity. Shard, shard. You know what? Let's get this shield out. Why not? We'll take the 1 damage. Now we only have a 4-card deck, but that's okay. We didn't get as much regen on that guy as I wanted, but that's okay because we're gonna bring the Sword Maiden down to tank anyways. Oh, the divinity got more expensive. I'm a fool. Well, I'll play it for as long as I can, which I think is this amount. Boss is taking 444, which is pretty damn good. Okay, now you're dead. Oh, I love the mushrooms, man. 101 regen, 210 valor. I didn't move you early enough to get the armor. My bad. Instead, I'm just gonna let the 98 regen keep you alive forever. You have infinity HP. Man, the Inoki is so good. A lot of units are so good. Draw 1 next turn. For every 15 cards, draw 1 more. Summon applied decay 7 to enemy units. You know, I kind of like it. Oh, but pandemic. What's coming up? Arms and magic. Duplication on the right with the magic. If we can make a pandemic cheap and get it in the deck, maybe not even consuming, that would be so nice to have a card we can play for free. I'm sorry, Cheery Deathcap. I'm taking a pandemic. I want the sap more than anything else. Consume cards have a chance to be discarded instead. So maybe pandemic. When a friendly unit dies, angels gain rage. Now that includes a stack of troop, I think. That might be fun to test out. Oh my god, we did get this part of it. We have to re-roll and see if we can get -2. We have to. Oh! He's done it! The free pandemic! Who cares about cards consuming now? Well, we could get another tome, but that's unnecessary. We could get another spawning pods, but that's unnecessary. So I'm gonna take the rage in case it works. Oh, good. When you equip an angel, apply valor, rage, and regen. I mean, rage would propagate. Slowly, but it would propagate. Not that much, though. Shroom units gain regen on harvest. We don't need more regen on harvest on shrooms. They end the fight with 50. So I think we will maybe purge. What? Like, we love everything in the deck. There's nothing to purge. Our deck is gonna get full of pandemics very easily, but that's like exactly what we want. I think... Is there anything else to do with the money? We should dupe something, absolutely. Another divinity is not that bad. Rally regen. Another flight? We could make everything flyable. Both of the puffballs. Move them up, move them down, keep them, you know, slowly gaining a little bit of not rage, but regen. Move the sword mains to the middle floor, or move them to the bottom floor behind these guys. A second pandemic just to get it going faster, I guess. I mean, there's nothing to remove. Again, I love everything in this deck. We probably don't need the spawning pods, but you know, I'm not gonna make the same mistake again. Let's actually gold a card. And now I'm kind of wishing I had taken draw, but we'll still draw a lot once we play, you know, everything on our deck once. All right, you are melee weakness. Annoying, but not that bad. I might even want a puffball up here to put a blocker out for Talos, but actually, now that I think about it, the mushroom will block for Talos. We don't need to worry about that. We got a loam coat, which is not what we were looking for. We could loam coat, but you have freaking reanimate. And we could loam coat something. Like the squad leader, frontline tank. Or we could let it sit in the deck, but we should probably play it. I'm realizing the mushroom is really nice for this fight. To be able to get one tank mushroom in front every turn. For turn 1, it's good, because it'll block the big hit from the boss. Yeah, I think we just maybe... The loam coat regen propagation down here is too slow. Let's get it started here. You know, we should have cluster kerneled up here and then sword maiden down here, and then we could have gotten more valor out of it. Not like it really matters, but... I also don't have a good second unit to make flyable. I might just put it on a puffball then, just for the hell of it. I mean... Well, the melee weakness is you. So if we can drop your damage down... but if... we're gonna hit it at some... You know what? We drop your damage down, that way you don't rage. I know that means you live. I don't care. You need this. And you know what? You have multi-strike. You take that. Then you can move down. You can move down. I'm doing this in a slightly incorrect order. I'm fine with that. Now the mushroom in front with 25 HP might get obliterated on hit. Keeping that unit alive would be really handy. I don't think I can. Because we need to start scaling a mushroom in the front. But they're gonna take 27 damage, get hit, and then gain rage. You know what? If we had the shield out, which we do, hold on. No, I didn't play the shield. Well, let's see what we draw. It's a lot of damage, good lord. Another follower. That's not gonna help. Are we just gonna accept the mushroom dying then? Probably. Well, this is why we have the flight, right? I need to build up a... We're gonna lose the melee weakness on 1 damage. Then we can pull you out of the way in 2 turns. That seems fantastic. Now this puffball might die, but if it dies, we can just replay it, so I don't really care. This floor is gonna get sapped. The boss will move up to the middle floor, which kind of sucks. There are sweepers, but that's fine. We have enough health at this point to survive. Yeah, we should. Divinity, I want it on someone who's gonna live for a while. Let's keep stacking up the Shield Maiden. She also makes a really nice tank if we can keep her going. Oh, you know what? The boss might move up to the top floor, which would be better. Let's see what happens. He did. Not. That's okay. You're living. A surprise. Spawning pods can be played. We don't have any melee weakness on people, so that's handy. We can finally give you the propagation and regen. Grow room. We can just go up here. We do a shield. I think I would like to play this shield. You have nothing? Look, he's taking a lot of damage, but he's got 35 regen now. We can always move him down to protect the bottom floor on Relentless. I mean, this is the whole plan. Move everyone down when they have infinity health. Protect the bottom floor. Make sure we have as many units living as possible for as many buffs as possible, and then just go from there. If you die, I don't care. You give Titan skin, I don't care. Starting to run low on units, which is a good thing, I think. Let's give you even more valor. Let's put a shield out on you, because you don't have a shield. You're giving everyone decay. Unfortunately, I can't play this puffball up here. Because if I could, then I could keep him alive and wait for the boss to move to floor 2 with my big floor, but I have enough flight out there I can make a good bottom floor. I do need to move someone down there to block this guy from hitting the pyre. That's your job. God, I love that. It's so good. Sword Maiden's gonna take a little damage. She will live. Our deck is starting to get full up on saps, which are also just fantastic cards for dealing with the Titan fight. That's a lot of damage. Still not dying, though. Oh, you have silent armor on. Interesting. Guess I'll just sap you. Dude, that middle floor is absurd. Now that I think about it, we don't need the Shield Maiden to get her armor, because she has 94 regen. She doesn't need to be armored up for this guy who does no damage. I think we'll be okay. You're dying. I can't let that happen. There we go. You've got to be sapped so you can't actually gain rage. And you know what? Let's just kill you. Make my life easy. I mean, you're definitely not doing damage to this mushroom stack. Good lord. I love looking at a floor and just seeing every number be 100 or higher. Means I'm doing a good job, I think. Oh my god, this is gonna be so nice! I'm just realizing something yet again. This is gonna block literally every stack of corruption from Dominion. Sap, 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 sap. We're doing 3,700 damage on this floor without doing anything. Watch this. You're dead, no one's dying. All right, end turn. Thank you, deck full of pandemics. I want to look at my discard pile. I should have looked before I hit the button. How did we have 117 damage? I guess the Valor stacking up on the mushroom too, on the puffball too? It seemed like he was doing a lot more damage than I would have expected. Okay. We do the same thing. Quick. It's something. So we want Talos and the Sword Maiden. We get a Loam Coat. It's always Loam Coat, which is not what I'm looking for. So who gets it? It doesn't really matter, I don't think. You gain rage though, right? Maybe I Loam Coat you so you can start gaining rage. We can just put the swords out on the followers, I guess. It's something. Again, I think it's a little bit too slow on these guys, and they're endless, so I don't really care. I just wish I could draw it on this turn, but I never can. All right. I want you to have one. Might be able to keep these guys alive. Yeah, okay. They're gonna start getting corrupted, but I need them to live at some point anyways. You can have this. You will still give Valor every turn. Oh, you know what? It's better for you to have it because you're dualism. You give more Valor than the Sword Maiden does. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Definitely forgot about that mechanic, but there you go. Let's tome on... I don't need you to be quick. I'd much rather you have the shield. And then let's tome on you so we can move you around as needed. We didn't draw sap, so we took pyre damage, but that's okay. I don't care. See, I like the shield on you because it means everything here's dying. You're gonna get corrupted, but it's okay. I think a little bit of sap is fine. Let's work you down. Probably don't need Pyrelight as much as you think. Loam Coat is nice. We're gonna want that on mush stack. Sap stack at the bottom, yes. The shield is nice, but I think instead we will just Pyrelight Divinity. The Divinity on the mushroom stack keeps it alive basically forever. So one of those is perfectly fine. We gain more Valor than we lose in Corruption, so that thing will only ever grow. It won't ever be destroyed, I don't think. Might just take the Pyre damage this time. We're not really losing that much. I think we want to get Valor up here on the Follower, too. We could add more Valor down here to this floor, I just don't think we need it. I do need a mushroom stack to die to get Rage, so that the Angel can start stacking up Rage. It's the entire reason I gave you that, but, you know, if we can't, we can't. I'll just put this out here. You'll gain some stacks. That's fine. And then do we need the Curse? Here's the thing, we're not gonna lose. I think we just take the Pyre damage, who cares? You know what I wish? Pyre damage not affecting your score on this fight. Then I wouldn't care. The only reason I care is for score. Not like I really need to care, but it's the only reason why I worry about it. All right, he looped. He's gonna start hurting a lot. I think I should fly you up here for now. Let's get you scaling with Rage. Not Rage, Regen. I don't care about your damage. I think we keep... I do care, but... we're gonna start drawing more of those pandemics. So we have time to sap him up. And he's gonna get a nice amount of sap. So we're gonna have 6 of those in the deck. Yeah, I think we can chill. I think we can chill. Yeah, I don't need to worry about you. You're fine. Think. And you're starting to scale up in health as well, so I don't really think I need to worry about you either. I could give you a quick burst of Divinity. Keep you sapped. Maybe sap you a little bit. Finally have a Sword Maiden. I guess we should play her. And then for the shield, we can... you don't need it. You don't need it either. I guess we can give you some Valor real quick. And you know what? Let's sap. If we're running low on sap, we can just play 1 to keep the sap on our units at a respectable amount. We don't need to sap our units 50. An annoying spell like I has. You're still sapped. Sap you. Hit you. Avoid this. Sap you. You're dying, but I'll just replay you next turn. I think I do just, whatever, take the Pyre damage. I'm starting to realize I don't actually care about the Pyre damage. You know, the Pyre resource doesn't matter, but my own, whenever I see the sap on my units, I'm like, oh, that's a lot of sap. I wish they weren't quite so sapped up. So let's not let our units get sapped. How about that? Apply unstable on attack. Okay. Are you not dead yet? You're coming mighty close. You'll be dead next turn, I think. You're doing nothing. Divinity is stacked up quite nicely. You have 57 armor. That's more than enough. Let's give you some armor, keep you alive. I mean, we could have easily done this fight without taking Pyre damage. Not like I care. Again, realize, you know what? Whatever. All right, you have 36 Valor, 65 Regen. I could move you up here to act as a tank, but I kind of like where you are. You have 10 HP. Now you're doing no damage. I don't know, can I sap? Oh, the room sapped you. Oh, how nice. Can I sap you? It'll take a while, but it's, you know, completely plausible considering our deck is mostly pandemics at this point. Oh, I love the pandemic adding more. That was an easy fight. That was an easy run. I said we'd either have a hard run or an easy run. It was an easy run, but it was also a fun run. I enjoy the prickly puffball way too much. He's insanely strong. It was another victory. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21 out of 180 completed. Look at that. New best region applied? Are you telling me I haven't had a good Inoki run yet? I did apply a lot of region. I guess she was also dualismed. That would do it. All right, no messages here. For now, for those of you on YouTube, hey, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.